Ready or not to bring tactical realism to your desktop or your couch. Ready or not, sort of SWAT-like game makes the jump to console. So this came out, I think, earlier, not this week, last week, the end of last week. So after the game was super popular on PC, it finally came to Xbox and PlayStation, expanding the audience. And then, of course, you would have saw the stories about they censored a bunch of stuff that was on the PC version, which I played. And now, and the developer made a good reason. Again, their Wood Interactive is not a huge company. They said like they can't maintain a PC version and a console version at the same time. That's just too complicated, too resource intensive. And again, it doesn't really make sense unless they're making tons of money. And Radio Not was very popular on PC going back maybe 2 years ago. It was really popular on Instagram and YouTube Shorts as well. You saw a bunch of people doing like these sort of SWAT tactical shorts on YouTube and different guns and stuff. But now it's not that popular on PC. I would imagine the game did actually become popular again with the console release because they did release the Lost Svenja's Stories update, which I believe added like a few more weapons. So it added 4 new weapons, 2 missions, a new difficulty system, a bunch of sort of minor fixes, animation changes, audio overhauls, and that sort of stuff, right? I said SWAT, right? You might be thinking back to the very early 90s. Sierra released some SWAT games. Again, if you're a bit younger, you might not know those are really awesome games. People always wanting a SWAT 4. It was gonna be in the mix. I don't know what happened to that, but Radiant came out, and this is the go-to SWAT tactical game set in Los Angeles, of course. It's like the game says it's very realistic, and it is, but at the same time, I would say it's very accessible. It's not like one shot and you're dead unless it's like a headshot, right? But there are things like in the game with like traps and stuff which do kill you automatically, like they would in real life. But it's still like it's a very fun, very intense game, and it's single player, so you can play by yourself. And why this caught my eye as well is this also offers the lone wolf option, which makes it extremely difficult, but that might be a cool streaming thing to do in October when I'm unemployed, like this thing, trying to finish Radio or Not as a lone wolf. It emphasizes very realistic and methodical approach, right? There is no running and gunning like you would if you're a real SWAT officer, right? It's going around, slicing the pie, I forgot what the term is, right? Like peeking out, looking at stuff, shooting like that. You can't just run, shoot, no, stuff like that. And you've got all the typical tools like the little snake thing that goes on the door, a door stop, right? If you're going into a room so that nobody can come behind you, and AI sometimes does that. Now this game does have AI teammates, so you can play with them, and Adam might talk about this as well. They're okay, but they're not perfect. They're definitely very much typical AI that you might have in other cooperative games where like they're good enough in normal to basic situations, but when you get to a very advanced or complex situation, like they're most likely to die, and then you're on your own, right? There are a few things you can play this with a controller, of course. I know some of the console fans so far have said, yeah, I might want to hook up a keyboard and mouse because it is a bit better like that. And then people have been waiting for this for a while, like literally I think I was looking on Reddit, like 3 months ago, a Reddit post was like, Radio Not is never coming to consoles. And the week after that guy made the post there, and I was like, yeah, we're coming to consoles. So it is already out. I played about 3 to 4 hours of this, and again, I say this almost every week. Something came out, and I'm like, okay, see you later, not Radio Not. And then I want to go back and play this. It's extremely fun. I'd love to play this with my brothers. I know my friend Hans won't play this because he's not into like first-person shooters anymore. They make him motion sick for some reason. So that's also something to take into account. There is no third-person view. This is first-person. And there are a bunch of environments, like very dark, very light environments. So there is like freaky in some ways. Take that into account. But it is a wonderful game. When I'll get back to it is another question. So if you have been looking for an action SWAT-like game and you're on console or you're on PC, that is definitely something for you to pick up, I should say. And let me know down in the comments if you played it. Did you finish it? Are you going to go back now that we have a slight update on the PC side? I'd love to know.